Okay, Ramon, there's just one more thing I want to go over with you,
Okay.
And that's adjusting Marcus's point total. So one of the things about this app too is it's not yet set up to deduct points. We have to do that manually. And so let me just tell you, review a little bit how the points are being calculated on the front end. So anything that is location based, if he fulfills that expectation, it's going to automatically give him those points. You know, so stay in school all day with that GPS stuff.
Okay.
He'll get those. And then anything that he's reporting on himself, so if he's checking in, if he pushes that button, those points will go in. And then at the end of each time slot, he's going to get, these are your expectations, did you do those or not? So like at 2:45, it's going to say, did you go to every class, stay in school all day, and not require a call home? And he'll say yes, yes, yes. And if he says that, those points that you set will add up. Okay, so it's kind of like the honor system or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But it does like force him to say whether he, you know, think about what he did, reflect on his behavior. Okay. And then you'll get a notification about that, and you can verify or not. So, you know, at that moment you could say, no, it didn't happen, and it will already, like the points won't be there.
Okay.
But there's a couple times you have to get in there and adjust it yourself. So one would be, the biggest one is if he cashes in his points, right? So on this main game plan page here, if you just scroll down, it's that revise or redeem section.
I see.
Yep.
Little one at the bottom.
Right, okay. So you can select the points. So let's say, you know, it's Tuesday night, he earned his cell phone, that's 50 points, so you can say, yep, here's your phone, and I'm just going to make a note of this, 50 points. So you, 50, and then the type would be, it's a redemption, redeeming his points. Okay. And then you can put a note there if you want, but yeah, it may get a little old to do that every time.
Right, yeah.
You know, I would probably only do that if it was like, something you want to remember, like this is the skateboard, that's why it's so many, right, or something like that. So that's it, just once you hit done, it will deduct that then. So if, you know, if he had 300 before, I'll now say 250 on his phone, because he cashed in.
Right.
That's the main reason, the main way you'll probably use that. You know, I would say with that, you might just want to, I would stay on it so you don't get behind on the, you know, but you know, maybe not every little second, like maybe before you go to bed, you get in the habit of, okay, yeah, he got everything tonight, so I'm going to take the whole 120 off or whatever. Yeah, okay. So you'll work out a system for that, I think, but just so you know, you do have to cash out the points, the rewards yourself. The other way you might use this is if you find out something was wrong. Okay. So like, you know, he said he was in class and all this, and you know, the points are in there, but then like before you go to bed, you check your email and there's a note, there's an email from a teacher, you know, they didn't go to social studies. Right. So you'd have to go in and take out like the 15 or whatever points, like no, he shouldn't have those after all. And of course you can talk to him about it too. Right. But that would be a correction. So if you go in there again, you see there's an option for under type, it's a correction, right? Now, you know, the third way you might do it is if you do want to give him a bonus for something, you know, like, wow, he was really great to his sister today, you know, I just really want him to, I'm going to give you a 25 for free because that really meant a lot to me or whatever. You know, it's not on our list or whatever, but I do encourage stuff like that. Exactly. Just to, you know, have the goodwill going with him and stuff. Okay. So you can, for those, that's an addition. Either way, you just select the points. And then that's the only one that adds. The other two.
So take away from
Take away.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. So I just want to make you aware of that. And, you know, we could talk about it again later if we, but I think the main habit is to get into the, taking the rewards
Taking
out.
the points out, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, make sure I get on the system doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, thanks. I think that's fine. I think we're going to let that go. Now,